If you're a landlord or thinking about becoming one, here's a question. What is the single most important clause in your lease? Most people say late fees, maybe security deposits, or even pets. But there's one clause that can save you thousands of dollars, protect you from lawsuits, and make managing tenants dramatically easier. I'm Randa Tucker with White Property Management. Today, I'm revealing the #1 lease clause that every landlord should have, and why skipping it could cost you big. Because here's the truth, your lease is only as strong as your clarity. So stick around, because I'm going to show you how to use this clause to prevent damage, avoid confusion, and make your lease rock solid, even if you only own one property. Real quick, let me ask you this. Do you want to stay ahead of Charlotte's rental market? Know where investors are finding the best returns and how to avoid costly tenant mistakes? Then hit that subscribe button right now. And if you're serious about protecting your investment or growing your rental portfolio, reach out to us at White Property Management. We handle everything from marketing and screening to maintenance and lease enforcement, so you can enjoy real estate without the headaches. All of our contact info is in the description below. The clause we're talking about today is the one most DIY landlords forget, and yet it's the backbone of every good lease, the tenant maintenance responsibility clause. And before you think, well, my lease already says that tenants have to take care of the property, trust me, this goes way beyond that. Here's the reality. 90% of landlord-tenant disputes come down to maintenance. Who's responsible? How fast does it get fixed? And who pays? A strong maintenance clause does 3 things. Number 1, define what's tenant versus owner responsibility. Number 2, set expectations for how issues are reported. And number 3, protects you legally when tenants fail to maintain the property. Without that clarity, you can end up paying for damages that the tenant cost, or worse, being accused of not acting fast enough on something that wasn't your fault. The best clauses are simple, clear, and enforceable. Here's an example of that kind of language that we use in our leases. Tenant shall be responsible for maintaining the property in a clean, safe, and sanitary condition, including replacement of light bulbs, air filters, and smoke detector batteries, maintaining the lawn and landscaping, reporting any leaks, damages, or safety issues within 24 hours, and refraining from any actions that may cause damage to the property. Failure to report issues promptly may result in tenant liability for resulting damages. That last line, failure to report issues promptly, that's the gold. It gives you the legal ground to hold tenants accountable for preventable damage. If this kind of lease and insight is helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's talk about how this clause protects landlords. Let's say a tenant notices a small drip under a kitchen sink and ignores it for 3 months. By the time you find out, there's cabinet damage, floor rot, and mold. Without this clause, you're paying for it. With it, you can legally hold the tenant responsible for damages caused by neglect or delayed reporting. It's not just about money, it's about clarity. And if this ever ends up in court, judges love clarity and documentation. Here are a few quick mistakes that we see all the time. Using vague language like tenant must keep property in good condition means nothing in court. Forgetting to require written notice of maintenance issues. Phone calls don't count in court. Not setting a timeline. Tenants should report issues within 24 hours. And skipping basic responsibilities like filter, lawn care, or pest control. The clearer your lease, the fewer gray areas you'll ever have to argue about. As we like to say, clear is kind. We've built our leases around real-world experiences. Our agreements clearly define tenant versus owner responsibilities, required response times, communication channels for maintenance, and liability for unreported damage. Plus, our online portal tracks every work order in writing, time-stamped and archived, giving owners full transparency and legal protection. That's how we eliminate 99% of the he said, she said situations before they ever get started. So if you'd like to see how we structure our leases or want us to review yours, head to whitepropertymanagement.com, click on the tab for owners, and we'll walk you through our full process to help you make your lease bulletproof. Here's the deal. Charlotte's rental market is evolving fast, and having the right lease in place can make the difference between profit and problems. And that's where we come in. With years of experience managing properties across the Carolinas, our team at White Property Management helps landlords protect their investments and grow their portfolios without the stress. Just send us a message at info@whitepropertymgmt.com. And before you go, check out this video linked right here. It dives into the 5 red flags when reviewing rental applications, and you'll want to see that before your next tenant moves in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.